Okay. Now it's working. Fan! Det går inte.
Green light, give it all you can.
It was quite
Oh, welcome everyone. I can't believe my eyes if that number is right. We have a whole lot of people watching at the moment. Let yourselves be known in the chat if you want to.
Password.
TLS in capital letters.
Closing time is sector 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
Cut detected.
Wise words from a young man. Thank you.
No, I ruined a 1 minute 58 lap time.
Bro, I lose between half a second and 7/10 in the last corner. So don't talk with me about ruining laps, man. I am so done with Silverstone, honestly. I'm so done. It's gonna be nice to get this race done and over with tomorrow.
And here Blake is going to come with a 1 minute 56.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't really matter. I invited Blake to join if he wanted to, so it doesn't really matter. What I need from this is data, so I can see, okay, my fuel consumption is this, my tire wear is that, you know. That's the only reason. And to get, you know, laps in, you know. Every time you do a lap, or you learn, or you make a mistake, is where you learn something, right? So. 59.2 is a very fast time. My personal best is a 59.5, so. But again, I lose between 5 and 7/10 on that last fucking lap. On that last corner. I don't know what to do, honestly. It's really infuriating. Oh, and I missed apex. I missed apex there, so that's not going to be a good lap here either. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I can get a 59 in here. 58.5, of course.
I had the same issue with the Lambo, but the AMG is fine, so think it's a mid-engine problem. Got it sorted out by increasing the TC by 1.
Again, I was up like 4/10. All of that is now gone. Why? I didn't do anything different. But yeah, I'm so fucking done with Silverstone, man. It's really not that much fun of a track in GT3 cars.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Okay, guys. I had the same issue with the Lambo, but the AMG is fine, so I think it's a mid-engine problem. Got it sorted out by increasing the TC by 1. Okay, fair enough. Is there really 16 people watching me right now?
It's possible lol.
What do you mean it's possible? Just check for me, please. I don't trust the numbers that the restream gives me. It's always inflated. Yeah, see now it's down to 8, so that's bullshit. Yeah, the server doesn't want to go to the next session. Yeah, it's been fluctuating a lot.
On my end it was on 21 earlier.
Yeah, it's been fluctuating a lot, so I don't know. But yeah, it was 21, it was 18, it was 16, it was 12, it was 8, and then it's been bouncing between those numbers. So right now it says 8. But yeah, everyone who's watching, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. Let yourselves be known in the chat if you want to, and if you don't, that's fine. I'm currently trying to get the server to switch to the race session, but it's not really working. So I don't know what's going on here. We might have to restart the server if it's not working. Oh, that could be it. I think there's a disconnect somewhere. I think it's Kuno's though. Uh, I mean it's fetching servers just fine for me. But is there only 100 servers? Huh.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, it's fetching the servers just fine for me. It's just that it's only 100 servers. Normally it's more than that.
Think it only displays a 100. Have never seen mine showing more.
Oh, okay, interesting. Usually it says like 1100 something servers. Like when you do a refresh and it says, well, not when you have a search word on, but like this. Like here it usually says over 1100 for me a lot of times. So, but yeah. Let's go back in. And we'll forward to
Should I try to reconnect?
Green light, show them what you got.
Yes, reconnect, and we'll do next. Okay, well, I am... and we will
Green light,
do...
show them what you got.
Should we just... Yeah, let's just skip to race. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good lap, I think. We had a great car this morning. My teammate did also an awesome job. So yeah, that put us in pole. So we are really happy and looking forward to a good result in that race.
Oops.
Well, that's another story that'll be told about once the race is over. But you've got, I mean, unbelievable advantage over most of the field. The 88 Mercedes beside you, though, is going to be a big threat.
Yeah, it will be.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on really.
We will be in a race with the tire management and everything. So looking forward to it. For the moment, everything looks great. So we'll see who is the rivals and how far or where or close they are.
Well, with that kind of pace, it's not going to be a difficult afternoon. Thank you.
So Mathieu keeping it fairly buttoned up there, but I tell you, his teammates were massively impressed with his time when he got out of the car, because apparently he got out and just went.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be working.
Do not underestimate, particularly Raffaele Marciello, who will be in the 88 car. It won't be started by the Italian racer. It could be, Mr. Dulu has started, but I think it ought to be third driver in Trak Racer TR8. We'll see as we get going, but that got to within 0.169 of a second across the three drivers' ties when they aggregated. So certainly that ASP Mercedes seems to be at the sharp end. Let's go back down to Watty again, because we wanted to hear from Raffaele Marciello, Mercedes 38, and Watty has got the tall Italian.
Raffaele, again, another outstanding qualifying. You dragged every last out of performance out of the Mercedes.
Yeah, it was a good quality for us to be in P2. We had a good average lap time, so we can be happy for our quali, but it's only the start. It's a long race, 3 hours. Our car is behaving really well, so I think we can have a good race, but we will see.
Now, are you going to do the last stint as usual or a bit earlier?
No, at the last minute, always.
And a brand new set of tyres for you?
I don't think, we don't think, because there is no degradation, so maybe it's better to keep the new for other occasion, but the car is behaving well, there is no degradation, so I think we can use also the set.
And any strategy, obviously, lead the race from the lights going out, first quarter?
No, I mean it's important to pass first at the end, not at the beginning, so we'll see.
Wise words from a young man. Thank you.
This is the epic outline of Silverstone, opened in 1948, changed from time to time over the years, but still the essence of this place is that it's a circuit built on a perimeter road of a World War II fighter station, and as you can see, there is a lot of flow around the outside of the circuit with some incredible sectors. Sector 1, wonderful twist halfway through Maggots and Beckett, down on the long Hanger Straight, and then you go to Sector 2, down into the Bell, around the club, lots of drivers get it wrong, and then down Wellington Straight as you get into the light blue final sector, before getting to the Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote sweep to end it all. Packed down on the grid.
Okay, guys, disconnect. And it should be restarting right now. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, it still works. Okay. We're good to go. Hop back in.
Green light. Give it all you got.
Blake, are you coming back? I'll just skip to qualifying and then
Green
wait
light.
for
Give
you.
it all you can.
Match, all I can say is a truly stunning qualifying lap.
Yeah, it was a good lap, I think. We had a great car this morning. My teammate did also an awesome job. So yeah, that put us in pole. So we are really happy and looking forward to a good result in that race.
Well, that's another story that'll be sorted out once the race is over. But you've got, unbelievable advantage over most of the field. The 88 Mercedes beside you, though, is going to be a big threat.
Yeah, we will see where we will be in the race with the tire management and everything. So
Oh, hello.
to it. For the moment, everything
Just
is
remember to mute the stream if you're watching the stream as well.
Yep, muted it because I hate the sound of my own voice.
Alright, it doesn't seem like, well, Coach Blake, so bro had to, oh yeah, but Blake had to go, so I'm just gonna skip to race session, and we'll see what happens here.
Let's hope it works.
I think it's something with Kunos, because I did not have any trouble doing the race session the other night. So something has
Yeah,
something has happened on Kunos' side, I believe.
at least it's not DDoS anymore.
Mm.
Let's just hope they get it sorted out before tomorrow.
Yeah. Or let's hope that
Well,
it's... Huh?
I was just about to say or not, because then you don't have to race it.
Well, I mean, I want to get it over with. But I hope that it's, if anything, if it's not Kunos, that it's server specific for me, my server that I'm renting. Because this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not supposed to take this long.
Nope. Okay, well, let's try restart. Okay, so look.
Green light. Go, go, go.
So now the session is ticking, right? And then
Yeah.
we'll do next. Big F. Big F on this.
Yeah. Especially when I was actually curious to see the tire wear on the Lambo. Because on my own practice race yesterday, it was a bit much. It's about, if I remember correctly, it was about 4 millimeters of wear, but no graining.
Right.
Now what I did quali, I actually had light graining after just 4 laps
Oh, that's not good.
on the front right tire.
It's interesting though that it's front limited now. It used to be rear limited. It used to cause a lot of oversteer, and that's why you had to have a massively understeery setup to begin the race. So you'd go from understeer or neutral to oversteer just by the tire wear on the rears. Obviously they changed that because what you're describing is that the rears are fine, but the fronts are wearing more, which
It's
means
either front, but it's mostly either left side or right side tires. That's the issue now.
I think that's more due to the Silverstone track.
Yep, that could be too.
It just wears a lot more on one side. I mean,
And it's just
is there a track where you can test tire wear where it's it's a neutral track where it's just as many corners, or about just as many corners in one direction as the other? So
I,
there's equality in that sense. I don't know if
I
there is.
think I did Nürburgring and Kyalami on it.
Hmm.
And if any, maybe the one side was 0.01 millimeter more than the other side.
Yeah, but that's not much. So at least it's wearing evenly on a track where it's like about the same amount of corners in each direction. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is hopeless. Um,
yeah.
you know what? Let's do restart and let's just do some laps.
Green light. Give it all you got.
Let's try and run or
Can't we go to the previous one of practice? Then we can just run for, what's it, 30 minutes around the track. Just to get an idea how it would feel on normal fuel. Or would that take too long?
I wanted to practice pit stop though. That was the whole I wanted to practice
Is it going
exactly.
to work?
Nope, it's not working right now. Something has happened. Practice session works, qualifying session works, but as soon as it tries
Hey,
to
can
go,
you sub to me PLS? I need it.
Should I leave?
Yeah.
1.
I'm just thinking because we can still, just between the two of us, have the pit stop mandatory.
Hmm. I'm gonna look at if there's any other server that is up and having the same problem, or if it's just me. There's a Monza that is in qualifying session right now. Silverstone. There we go. Okay, there's a Silverstone. Um, there seems to be a very small number of servers. Hmm. Well, that sucks. That really sucked. I'm gonna restart the server.
Yeah.
And we'll try again. Persistence and patience. My seat is too comfy. I'm almost falling asleep.
You're not the only one. I had to wake up early this morning.
Yeah, I woke up at like 5, and then I was up, and then I was up. Then I went to rest a little bit because I was waiting for F1 quality to start, so I set an alarm and went to rest. And then I woke up just as qualifying was over.
Oh,
Yeah, so I missed the whole thing. But I'm still tired, even though I've slept like 5 hours.
yeah, I wanted to sleep, but then I thought if I fall asleep now, there's no way I'm on time for this race.
Right, yeah. Well,
Because I'm used to waking up at 11, 12 normally. So I usually go to bed about 3 a.m.
yeah, yeah.
And then this morning I had to wake up at 7:30. So I'm not used to that at all. Okay,
Yeah.
server's up.
Is it?
Yeah.
There we go. Let's try again.
Green light, green.
Okay.
Opened in 1948, changed from time to time over the years, but still the essence of its place is that it was a circuit built on the perimeter road of a World War II fighter station, and as you can see, there is a lot of flow around the outside of the circuit with some
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
wonderful twist halfway through Maggots and Beckett down on the long famous straight, and then you go to take
Here we go.
down into Bell around Club, lots of drivers get it wrong, and then down
Hopefully it works.
the light blue final sector before getting to Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote sweep to end it all. Packed down on the grid, as you can imagine,
Should work.
taking a look at all the cars and the glory. But let's go down and join John Watson with pole sitter Mathieu Massivier, a fabulous time. There's that
Question though, when you do hot lapping on single player, your fuel is fixed. But is it then quali fuel weight or race fuel weight?
What do you mean?
So I think your fuel is fixed on 10 liters.
If you go
On
into
hot
hot
lap.
lap mode, fuel is fixed to like 3 liters or something. It's really low. And tire wear is off, and you don't have to. Basically, what you have to do is make sure the tires are within window at the start of the lap. So you have to adjust them a little bit, maybe. But as soon as you cross the finish line, they reset to whatever you set. So you don't have to worry too much about fluctuating PSI from lap to lap either. That's why it's not very good to practice in hot lap mode, because it doesn't give you the same conditions as it would be in a real race.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because that's what I tested the AMG on earlier. So I was wondering if it's not maybe acting as if it's race fuel and not quali fuel.
I think it's quality
Because
fuel.
then
I'm
it doesn't make sense. I'm 2 seconds slower. Unless that setup just doesn't work.
2 drivers detected. Starting session. Session update to lobby.
Although I would say, besides the understeer, I can probably drive that setup and do the same lap times for hours on end.
I will
So it's
send
good
you.
in that
I will
sense,
send
but
you over the updated AMD setup for
yeah.
for for Spa, and what was the other one? There were a couple of them.
Oh, Kilomi, Hungaroring,
Yeah.
and some more.
Because they are the latest ones. They're the first ones in the new updates coming.
And there's Barcelona, which I don't like. Paul Ricard, which is terrible. And Zolder, that I've never spent time on. I don't think I want to.
Solder is. It's the inferior track in Belgium, let's put it that way. I prefer Spa every day of the week. Oh! Oh!
Oh, it
Hello!
finally went.
Hello! Finally! It works. Let's do the race. 1925. There we have it. The fuel. So I'm doing.
I'm going to try the early pit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the. But just make sure that you wait until the pit window opens. There's a pit window on this one. If you pit the first lap, that's not gonna be a valid pit stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the window to open, then put that lap and see how it goes. See if it's worth doing, because in theory, you won't have quali fuel, especially not in a Lambo, because it does 3.6 liters a lap.
So, so last time I raced Silverstone, I went long, and that turned out to be a horrible strategy. So this time I'm doing 50-50. About 23rd minute mark, 22nd minute mark is when I will be looking at going in. So I will need 84 liters for full formation lap. I'm gonna go with 42 liters. 42 liters. And I'm not gonna. Okay. Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm just curious to know that generally with less fuel, it should be faster. So I want to see if, let's say, that second or 2 seconds a lap faster in theory would cause one to gain more time, having to pit earlier because of that quick early lead you'll get. But I think that'll only work if you start at the maybe top 3, top 4. I don't think that'll start at the back of the field, because you'll overtake and then just get stuck there again.
Yeah. The reason why because the thing is, alright, 50-50 might seem boring, but from what I can tell, it just works for me. Like every time. Every time it's just timing wise, it just works. Because if I fall behind on the first stint, yeah, then I go in, then I have enough time after the pit stop to recoup what I lost, right? If I go long and something happens that makes me lose time, then there's not enough time after the pit stop to recover, right? And honestly, going in early doesn't seem to work that well in GT3 racing. It's just undercuts don't. I don't know what it is. Undercuts don't really seem to work all that well for me, and from what I've read and from what I've heard in terms of strategy. It seems GT3 racing is the polar opposite of F1 strategies. On F1, usually what you want to do is undercut. Unless you're super pacey, then you can overcut. But most of the time, you're gonna want to undercut your opposition.
20 seconds.
Okay, let's go.
Cold from waiting.
Let's go.
It's a fixed pit window, right?
Yes.
25-second pit stop.
No, that's there's no fixed fueling. There's no fixed fueling. There's a fixed pit window. But the pit stop itself will take whatever you put in. So, for example, I will be unchecking tires right away.
Whoops.
Yeah. I was way off the mark there.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Oh, didn't get a stop and go.
Nope, because I slowed down to like 40 kilometers an hour.
No, but even for me, I was...
Yeah, I was way over, but then I slowed down. If you slow down enough that your average is below what they say, then you're okay. That's what I didn't do in Nürburgring, remember? I got the DT because I didn't... Because honestly I didn't know at the time how that worked, but now I do, so... If I see myself go over, then I'm slowing right back down, so that the average is still pretty low.
Well, I guess that's a good thing about watching non-pros. Because if it wasn't for that, I can guarantee I would have also gotten stop and goes.
Yeah. I mean...
It has helped me a lot. I think especially in Coda, because in Coda it's completely off guard.
My tires are pretty damn cold.
Yeah, same.
That's why I can't really push and try to catch up with you. So I'm just gonna skid off.
Yeah, about half the lap I tried getting heat to my tires. Now it's in the right temperatures. But PSI is still low, so I'll probably get some grading from this.
Is graining caused by too low PSI?
I'm not sure if I'm correct in saying this. You tend to get grading if you do a pit stop and not change your tires because the tires cool off.
Yes.
And then you have to try and reheat them again.
Yeah.
So in theory that makes sense to me, saying then that cold PSI would cause grading and overuse.
Yeah. The thing is though, used tires get up to PSI much quicker than new tires. Much quicker. Like we're talking a lap to 2 laps quicker. If you've used a set of tires in practice and you use that set of tires as the tires that you use for your second stint, those will come back up to temperature faster than a completely brand new set. I would still take a new set, but sometimes the game choose a worn set already, and it's not actually too much of a disadvantage because you get up to temperature so much faster than. Oh my god, I'm missing the mark like crazy here. But I am not far away from you. I'm keeping the gap pretty steady.
Yeah, I'm wondering then if, let's say you're running out of time for qualifying, then it might not be a bad idea then to use pair just to get that quick last lap in.
Exactly.
How is that last corner now for you?
Huh?
How's the last corner now for you?
Ah, pretty decent.
Did you change anything or?
Nope. I'm just following you.
Oh.
Sometimes when you drive behind someone, you just fall into their rhythm. And that's why when they go off the track, you also go off the track, because you're just following them. Yeah, that's happened to me a couple of times. It's embarrassing as fuck, but yeah, it does happen. But yeah, I mean, 2-minute 00.4 as a first race lap, not bad. I'm on 40 liters of fuel, well, 34 technically. So
Okay, so less fuel doesn't make a difference because I'm on less fuel than you and I'm about 3 cents slower than you. Because I did a point.
Fuel doesn't make much of a difference in GT3, unlike in F1. In F1, each liter or kilogram of fuel is like a tenth. Like you can, by underfueling the car and then doing measurements like in your driving technique to save fuel, you can be faster. That's why you can see some drivers are fuel saving a lot because they haven't taken the full amount of fuel needed, but they have a lighter car, so they're going about just as fast. But yeah, in GT3 racing, it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Now I'm falling behind though. Oh my god.
I nearly died on that last corner. My race setup actually has more wing to compensate for the moodiness of this car. I don't even know what's happening. Maybe the car's just too stiff.
You definitely pulled away that lap.
I'm actually curious to see the sectors after the race.
Yeah, I have the ACC Results Companion app, so I can see the sector times and fuel for each lap and all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna try to use that to my advantage tomorrow.
I'm just curious to see what the difference would be between the Macca and Lambo for, you know, certain sectors that has maybe more corners, maybe a bit longer straight.
Or it's just my horrible driving. Took a little bit too much curb. I lost 0.3, 0.4.
I must say, that's the one good thing about the Lambo. It actually doesn't mind curbs that badly.
Well, it sucks in every other way, so.
At the moment, yes. Like this corner where I'm now, it's probably the most difficult corner on this racetrack in the Lambo.
I absolutely love that corner in the Macca. I can just throw the car in. It takes a lot for it to oversteer.
Me, if I turn my steering wheel, if I had to guess 45 degrees on that corner, I will oversteer.
Yeah.
So I have to take a perfect line through there so that I don't oversteer.
Yeah, and you have to be consistent doing it. Otherwise, you're gonna end up on the grass, or worse, like in the gravel.
Flying through that sausage.
Yeah, so my tire pressures, despite being set up in the right sort of temperature, is too high.
What?
Pit window is open. Yeah, so on my front right, I have 28.0 psi now. So that's definitely something that I have to adjust for tomorrow. That's why I'm doing the test race, so I can get it perfect tomorrow. I don't have to get it perfect today.
Yeah. Although, I will add, I think track temp does make a slight difference.
In grip, yes. It doesn't have a direct effect on PSI.
Possibly because when I tested yesterday on the practice server, my pressures were perfect. Jumped onto the practice server today, too high. Only thing I was different was
because weather randomness is set to 2, and so the wind direction and the wind speed can have a slight can have a slight effect on that.
Yeah, I didn't calculate that in.
Yeah, so that might be the difference. It's not a huge difference, but that might be the difference that you experienced. So even now, like, we're doing this practice race, it won't be the exact same, but it's as close as we're gonna get.
No.
What happened?
I went sideways through a corner.
I saw the skid marks. Were you doing the drift, King? I mean Donkey Kong.
No. I think I just got myself a drive-through.
Yeah, we'll see how effective the undercut is, because basically what you're doing right now is undercutting me.
Yeah. If I don't get a stop and go, which I think I would.
Oh, you are?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, stop and go 30. Oof. Big F.
Oh, okay.
Big F in the chat for that one.
Rather now than tomorrow.
Yeah. So 307 per lap. It's actually not bad. I calculated with 3.3 liters a lap. So, but it is fluctuating a little bit. Like right now it's 314. Sometimes it's 320.
Well, this Lambo is thirsty. 3.6 liters.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is quite a bit more.
I can't believe I gotta stop at 30.
Have you served it? It
I'm
hasn't,
going to now.
it hasn't disappeared.
On my way to the pits now.
Okay.
I'll practically end up a full minute behind you.
Yep. But you're quicker than me, so. Your challenge will be to catch up.
Great. There goes the plan for this strategy. But I mean, depending on how much I catch up, I can probably still know if it was worth it. I was about 38 seconds behind you when I left the pits.
Yeah.
Okay, lift me. Oh wait, they don't lift. My bad.
Ooh, nice line through there. The last two corners are really fucking annoying. But I did have a nice line through the second to last corner.
Hey Marcus. How are you? How does the car feel?
I can't see chat right now, unfortunately, because I forgot to switch back. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but yeah, I'm good. How are you? The car feels pretty decent with the Go setup. There's a Go Esports setup for Silverstone. I've set a new personal best the other night on this track, a 59.5 on quality trim. So that is good. At about the 25 mark, I'm gonna go in.
Probably next up.
Ooh. Ha ha ha. Oh nice. Got your 59.
So I was caught off guard today. I know yesterday. I was caught off guard yesterday.
Okay, about what?
I saw the YouTube notification for GT World Challenge.
Uh-huh.
That 9 hours of co-alarm was starting today.
Yeah.
And I thought, really? But why didn't I see it on Kailami's website? And I go and I search and I can't find it anywhere. And I thought, you know what, maybe there was some trick or something to getting tickets, I don't know. So I decided, okay, well then I probably can't watch it. I'm not gonna drive through all the way there for nothing. Just to get home and see, okay, GT World Challenge is live. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's ACC, it's not real life. I wish they could actually stipulate it a bit better.
Yeah.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, let's go.
So I've done my pit stop now.
Yep. So I'll probably deduct 40 seconds from the time I lost doing pits. The second time.
Yeah, so you'd
Just to see where
you'd
we'd
be half a minute. It's you're plus 73 right now. So about 30 seconds behind.
And now it should be updated because now we're on the same lap. 49.
Okay, 49, yeah.
So I would have still lost. I wouldn't have gained by doing that.
Yep. That's what I learned the hard way. Undercutting, generally not a good idea.
And my pressures is wrong.
Your pressures are wrong?
Yeah, it's too low now.
Okay.
Because they didn't change tires. So I assume
Yeah,
it just
I
stand
didn't
there.
change tires. But my tires are already back up to within the window, 27.3 to 27.9. All tires are within that range, that optimal window. Again, and I was halfway through the lap after coming out of the pits. So.
No, your pit stop probably wasn't long either, was it?
About 15 seconds, the pit stop itself. I braked a little bit early for the pit limiter line, but I didn't want to risk getting a stop and go. Because I didn't know exactly where the pit limiter line was. Didn't want to overshoot it.
I think my problem is that I was trying to enter the pits too quickly. Like, you know, that basically just make it in the nick of time. And yeah, I misjudged it completely.
I have a hard time getting the first corner right. Sometimes I oversteer, sometimes I don't steer enough. Either way, I miss the apex most of the time.
What I've learned to start nailing that apex is to actually brake earlier than the track guides I've seen.
Uh-huh.
So I brake before the 50 meter board.
I brake at the 50 meter board.
I used to do that as well.
Okay.
Maybe just give it a go.
I'll try to brake just before it and see if it makes a difference.
Then I'll lift and coast, and then halfway through the corner, if I see that my two right side tires are on that curve, then I start accelerating again. The Lambo is fun to drive though.
It is fun to drive. That's why it hurts so much to realize that the car actually fucking sucks. Because it is fun to drive. Just it's not competitive.
Well, fuel consumption and maybe tire wear is really a worry.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't drive a Lambo on endurance. You don't ever see a Lambo on endurance from what I've seen.
In SRO there's one, but I think that's more just because it's Lamborghini Esports.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of forced to do it.
Yeah. And there are some drivers that are like signed by a Lamborghini, to their esports team. Like for example, a few guys that makes the Ghost setups, they are part of the esports team for Lamborghini, so they're driving Lamborghini no matter what. But generally, I wouldn't. It was like I was arguing the other day. Yeah, sure, the Audi might be faster, but is it better? I don't think it is. I think Macca is the complete package. It's good on every track. It's competitive everywhere. It's competitive no matter what condition. It's very aero efficient. You got decent top speed. You got decent cornering. Like there's no super weight weakness except for the brakes. And that's just a driving technique. You just have to learn how to get around it, right? So if you can do that, then it's easy. It's easy to learn. It's more difficult to master, but it's easy to get into and it's easy to like. I'm actually stuck on the Macca now. I'm just gonna stick with it until the new Ferrari arrives next spring.
Yeah, the only reason why I was considering Audi is because I know it's probably the most OP car in Kodo. And I think it does better than the Macca on Laguna. But then again, that's, let's say, esport guys, so
I think
that
it matters
necessarily.
less for us. But
No, it does. Well,
yeah, I mean,
I understand what people say. That it matters more to us than esport level guys. And maybe to some extent, but not entirely.
I don't really agree with that. I think there's such limitations to the driver that the car makes less of a difference at that point, at that level. Whereas if every driver is of the highest caliber, right, then it comes down to whether the car is good or not around that track, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like at our level, it's not going to be the car that's going to be your deal breaker. It's going to be your ability to drive. And then some cars might be easier. That's a whole different talking point. I'm talking about performance here. Like, as we've discussed many times, the Porsche is hard to master, but once you do master it, there's a ton of potential for very, very fast lap times everywhere, pretty much, right? But it's not easy. So I would still say the Mach is better than the Porsche because all of the things that I've previously said. Plus, it's easy to pick up. It's easy to learn and get better in, right?
Yeah, I think if you put skill aside, the Porsche is probably one of the best cars, depending on race weather and all of that.
Yeah.
Because Porsche you also need a wet setup, you need a dry setup, you need a quali setup, you need a hybrid setup. Whereas Mach you have one setup.
In the Mach I can run the dry setup in the wet. I even tried to run the dry go setup, the dry safe go setup in the wet, but at Mclaren. But it was not only wet, it was heavy rain and the track was flooded. So I was like, nope, I'll have to. So what I actually used was the heavy rain high downforce setup from CDA. That's what I actually used. Their wet setups. So, and it worked out pretty well.
I tried that same setup, the heavy rain for the AMG on Watkins, CDI. It was a nightmare. That car couldn't turn.
Because that car
Porsche is the best car ever created
changed.
in the history of motorsports. That is 100% fact.
Yeah, but I still thought, you know what?
The car
Some of the basic things would still be correct.
Right, but the changes to the Merc was absolutely game changing. So that's probably why the wet setups are broken.
No, I just took a default aggressive. Made the suspension not as stiff, and it felt better than
the
CDA.
Sometimes less is more, I guess.
Yeah, except for the engine mapping, because that's another thing they need to change. Or maybe that's just how a flooded track or a flooded race at Watkins is. I don't know.
It was pretty damn insane. It was more like a game of who can make the least amount of mistakes and do the least amount of spins. Because that was basically what it was. It wasn't who is fastest. It was who makes the least amount of spins.
Now, I think pretty much everyone in the top 10 at least spun out once.
Yep, I know.
I think you nearly kissed the wall while you were spinning.
I spun, then got back on, then tried to turn the car around just to hit the wall on the other side. And then in the next corner I went off again because my tires were so done. So yeah. But I still made it. And it was P2 at the end, wasn't it? I think so.
It was a podium, I just can't remember the position. Because I think Rise...
Yeah, it was P2. I qualified P2. I fell back because I went way wide in the first corner on the first lap. Went down to P7, then worked my way back up. So yeah, P2 to P2, but the race between the start and the finish was pretty interesting. Rice fell back from second to fourth in the last couple of laps, whereas I passed him for second as well, a couple of laps before the end there. Pit windows closed.
Okay, so the Lambo loses about a second on new tires off the pits.
Yep. We're gonna take a look after the race. How the graining is, or stuff like that. Do some analytics. So the prediction for fuel says that I have 13 liters too much. So I can probably drop like 10 liters and I would still make it.
In theory, I think we should have 5 laps left, roughly.
Yeah, and it says that I have 8 laps left in the tank, 8.5 left. From where I am.
If we have a
from where I am on the track, that is. So yeah, it will probably be like 9, including this lap. What did you say?
I might have to change engine maps if there's an extra lap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've already done that at Nürburgring, underfueling the car. I sort of panicked the last few laps. I was like, what the fuck?
I do that on a daily.
I got
Every race I'm running.
I got it terribly wrong there. I didn't completely fluff the... Because the thing was, I was quicker than I expected. So when you calculate your fuel, you calculate on your best time, right? And I was much quicker than what I had calculated with. That's why. The average, the per lap consumption was accurate, but
I usually give myself a bit of leeway, so
yeah.
maybe add a second to my race pace and 0.1 liters per lap extra. And yeah, last time it ended up that there was an extra lap, and I didn't have fuel for that extra lap.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
But on the last lap, lose 15 positions because it was LFM short races. No one pits. Ended second to last. If I was in the Ferrari, I would have been dead now.
If I was in the Ferrari, I would die by like the little edge of a curb.
Yep.
Like the Mach is better over curbs than the Ferrari, which is absolutely crazy. The only place where I enjoy the Ferrari at the moment is Watkins Glen, or like the US pack. That's where it seems to be OP. Everywhere else, I don't really enjoy the Ferrari.
You should look at George Whitby's streams. He's doing his races in the Ferrari. From all the races I've seen, he's just winning with the Ferrari.
There is a guy called Sir Fock from like Lithuania or somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's from. He's from somewhere in Eastern Europe. But he is an alien in the Ferrari. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, George races with him and he leaves him in the dust with the Ferrari. And he's actually a Porsche driver.
Oh, wow.
I was shocked to see what he can pull off with that Ferrari. But Surfer gives him his setups and then he just tweaks him a bit. I think.
Yeah, Surfer does weird shit with his setups as well. Now my foot is starting to cramp. This is what I hate. My right foot is starting to cramp.
Luckily there's only hopefully 2 laps left.
Yeah. Oh, way off. Yeah, I'm starting to lose focus. My foot is killing me. But yeah, it is the last lap, I think. It's 1:48 when I cross the line. Yeah, final lap. Final lap.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, my tires are too cold. So I'm gonna do adjustments to that. Yeah, my pace right now, I don't know why it's so bad. But for whatever reason I can't be doing sub 201s. Just doesn't happen. I'm losing 3.5, 4 tenths every lap.
Yeah, I basically caught up what I lost. Because my average lap time is between a couple of tenths and a second faster.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not gonna make a difference in a 45-minute race.
Nope.
Because it's traffic, and you have to catch the person, and you have to overtake him.
Yeah, I can make this Mclaren ass seem like a bus or a truck. Even at Silverstone, I could do that. Or I'll just do a Max Verstappen on Cups. My foot is killing me.
Let's see the horror. Light graining on the front. Oof.
Okay, let's have a look.
Between 0.6 and 0.8 millimeters of tire wear.
No graining. Oh, hold on. Which set did I use? I don't know which set I used.
Well, that's another story that'll be sorted out once the race is over. But you've got, unbelievable advantage over
Okay, I used the second set.
Mercedes.
So
Is it going to be a big threat?
2.47, 2.45, 2.59, 2.63 is the worst on each tire. No graining, no blisters, no flat spots, nothing. Pretty decent, I would say.
Yep, better than this car.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. I'm gonna save that.
Again, another outstanding qualifying. You dragged every last out of performance out of the Mercedes.
Wow, did it go?
Yeah, thanks for the race.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you for attending, because nobody else attended, so that was nice to have someone on track with me.
No problem.
Green light. Go, go, go.
I'm gonna go, but it was good. It was very
Hey,
good
I
practice.
Yeah, but I guess then I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah. You're in on the race tomorrow, yeah. Okay. So
I overslept, sad face.
who is? I'm just gonna check here. Porsche is the best car ever created in the history of motorsports. John, I'm sorry, dude, but opinion is not fact. Hey,
I was falsely accused for speeding in the pit lane. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Overslept, sad face. Well, I mean, you're gonna be fun. I'm gonna go off, and so if you're streaming, then I will just have everyone go to your stream. If you're going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah, me too. Me too. See you tomorrow, John.
See you then.
See ya. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye.